in the online class because all the while was increased again.
Hare Krishna Dikshita, how are you beta? Hare Krishna Mrityunjay.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
So, okay, so now we have to move on our today's class. Okay,
Sorry, Mataji. I don't know how I just logged out.
no problem. So please take over the call, beta.
Yes, Mataji. We're going to get started with Mangla Charanam. Let me share my screen. Can everybody see my screen? Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanajanashalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnu
Padaya
Padaya
Mutale
Mate
Devena Swami
Namaste Saraswati
Devi
Gauravani Prachari
Prasarane
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Nirvani Pasya Sesachanane
Jaya Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya Sri Radha Sri Bhakti Saraswati
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So, on our agenda today, we have Ramayana first. So we're going to start with Ramayana. We'll be doing a recap. Does anybody remember what we did last time? Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. You remember?
Yes, Mataji, we stopped when Vashishta took Ram and Lakshman to every different places.
Yes. So Vishwamitra, sage Vishwamitra is taking the princes Sri Ram and Lakshman to different places, and on the way, what are they doing? Mainly, what were they going to do? They were going to kill the demons, right?
Yes, and they found the demon.
Yeah, they found the demon. The demons came again to disrupt the yagna, and then Lord Sri Ram and Lakshman they killed the demons.
And then they found another demon named Taraka.
Taraka, yes, they found another one, Taraka, and then they also killed Maricha and Subahu. No, Maricha ran away to the ocean, and Subahu, they killed Subahu. And then when everybody, all the demons were killed, the sage blessed them, and they moved on. They went to the place called Mithila. And what happened there? From this picture, what can you say? What is going on?
There was a stone, and Ram touched the stone, and then it became, and then the curse became broken. That was from Vishwamitra, and it turned into a beautiful woman. That was Vishwamitra's daughter, wife.
No. That was Sage Gautam's wife, and the curse was also by Sage Gautam.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Vishwamitra is the one who's taking them to different places. So Lord Sri Ram touches a stone by his feet, and then the stone turns into a beautiful woman. And this was actually a curse given by Sage Gautam, and the woman was actually Sage Gautam's wife. And as soon as Lord Sri Ram touched the stone by his feet, the stone became the stone. The life came back, and she became alive. Um, yeah, and her name was Ahalya. Yeah, it's mentioned here. Yeah, she was the wife of Sage Gautam. And then we moved after the stone turning into a woman pastime. We moved on to Lord Sri Ram going to this one swamvar, or this one ceremony, the ceremony before wedding, which is happening in Mithila, and Maharaj Janak is doing this for his daughter Sita. He wants his daughter Sita to get married, and that's why there's a what do you call swamvar?
It's a ceremony.
It's a swamvar. Swamvar is like a
Girl choose.
Yeah, it's a ceremony where the girl chooses a husband, or there is a competition in which they are actually supposed to the best one, whoever does it, wins. So this is where we stop. We stop like where all the kings are trying to string the bow. The competition is to string the bow. So everybody is trying to string the bow. And was anybody able to do it? Was
No.
anybody? Nobody was able to do it. So
Oh.
now we are going to move on.
Yeah.
Vishwamitra asked Sri Ram to try. Like an elephant that breaks a sugarcane, Sri Ram picked up the bow, strung it, and snapped it in two. So all the other kings, they weren't even able to pick it up. They weren't able to pick it up, right? But now here, Lord Sri Ram, what did he do? He picked it up. He strung it and he snapped it. He broke it in two pieces. As you can see in the picture up there. You can see, right?
And that could marry Sita.
Yes. Sita, Janak, and all those present exclaimed in delight. Janak approached Sri Ram and asked him to wed his daughter. Sri Ram requested him to send word to Dasharath and his mother, Queen Kaushalya, seeking their permission. A royal procession arrived from Ayodhya, and in the presence of many learned sages, kings, and all the citizens of Mithila, Sri Ram and Sita were married. The bride and the groom looked very nice together. So what is actually going on here? So after Lord Sri Ram picks up the bow, strings it, and breaks it in two. So now, excuse me. So now he won the competition, right? And now Sita Devi has to marry Lord Sri Ram. So that is what is happening here. And then Lord Sri Ram says that I want permission from my parents. I want permission from my father Maharaj Dashrath, and from my mother Kaushalya. I want their permission. And when Janak Maharaj sent a word there, a procession came. So there was like a very nice procession is like procession is like a celebration kind of thing. It's like a celebration parade kind of thing. It's almost like Rath Yatra, something like that. So that came, and in the presence of many learned sages. So all the rishis, rishi munis, and all the sages came, and in their presence, Sita Devi and Lord Sri Ram got married, and they looked very nice together. On their way back, Sri Parashuram stopped them. He said that he wanted to fight the person who broke the sacred bow of Shiva. So the bow was actually Lord Shiva's, right? You remember I said that? The bow was Lord Shiva's. Not many people know the name, but the bow's name is Pinak. That's what it said in Sanskrit, so you can remember that. The bow's name was Pinak. He Sri Ram stepped forward, but Dasharath intervened, intervening, paying no heed to the aged emperor. Parshuram challenged Sri Ram to a duel. So what is going on here is that Parshuram is a very he's a very great devotee of Lord Shiva, right? Yeah, Parshuram is a very great devotee of Lord Shiva, and he respects everything about Lord Shiva and of Lord Shiva. So this bow that Lord Ram broke, that was Lord Shiva's. So now Lord Parshuram got angry, and he wanted to know who broke the bow. And when he gets to know, huh?
He wanted to punish.
Yeah, and he wanted to punish the person who broke the bow by challenging the person to fight him. So as soon as he gets to know that Lord Ram was the one who broke the bow, he called him to fight him. So he wanted to fight him. They both fought valiantly, and every weapon that Parshuram hurled at Sri Ram was countered easily by him. Parshuram gave in and proclaimed that Sri Ram was indeed a divine incarnation. The retinue proceeded to Ayodhya and were given a warm welcome by the citizens. So what is going on? So they were actually going back their way to Ayodhya. So they were going back to Ayodhya, and then in the middle they saw Parashuram, and when they met Parashuram, Lord Parashuram, he said that he wanted to fight Lord Sri Ram because Lord Sri Ram broke the bow. And so now when they were fighting, Lord Parashuram gets to know because every arrow Parashuram is um, aiming at or is what do you say, throwing, stringing. Stringing. So every arrow that is going towards Lord Sri Ram, um, uh, Lord Sri Ram is tackling it. He is counteracting it very easily. So it was a very easy task for him, and which is why Lord Parashuram got to know that it was very he is actually a incarnation of Lord Sri Krishna, because if I mean Lord Parashuram was like the greatest Brahmana warrior kind of thing, right? Because he killed the kings, all the Kshatriyas 21 times. So he was very powerful. He was very good at warfare stuff. So when somebody in that warfare matter, if somebody was better than him, that means that it was the Lord himself. So then he got to know that Lord Sri Ram was actually an incarnation of Lord Sri Krishna. And then after that they just went back to Ayodhya. Everybody went back to Ayodhya. Now we'll move on.
Oh, this is story.
You're saying something? Oh,
Is that mantra?
yes. We'll get to know as we read. Having ruled the kingdom for about 60,000 years, Dashrath felt that he should retire to the forest. He wanted to crown his oldest son Sri Ram, the next emperor. He invited sage Vashishta and his closest ministers to discuss this. They all accepted that Sri Ram should be the next king. So what is going on? So Lord Sri Ram and Sita Devi got married. They met Parshuram in the middle, and now they're back. And then when they're back, Dashrath Maharaj is actually thinking of retiring. So he has been the king for 60,000 years. That is a lot. That is a lot, and they actually lived that long because that was Treta Yuga. We are right now living in Kali Yuga, and our average maximum average is 100, and now it came down to 70, 75, something like that. But then back then it was 100, so 1,000, 10,000. So there 10,000, 100,000. So their average is 100,000. So that's why 60,000. So out of the 100,000, 60,000 years Dashrath Maharaj has ruled. So now he thinks of going to the forest, because in those days, after ruling the kingdom and all that stuff, they renounce everything and they go to the forest and they meditate on Lord Krishna so that they can go back to Krishna, go back to Godhead. So now he's thinking of doing that. He's thinking of going to the forest. And now that he's going to the forest, he has to give Ayodhya a new king. And who does he want to give Ayodhya? Who is going to be the new king? He is thinking of installing Lord Sri Ram as the new king. But he also wants to make sure that the other people around him are okay with this, are fine with this decision of him. So he calls his kind of Kul Guru, or the Rajya Guru, something like that, the one who was actually also the Guru of the four princes, the four brothers, uh, his four sons. So he calls Vashishta and his like ministers, like the ones that like help him rule the kingdom. So he calls everybody and he discusses on this matter. Should we make Lord Sri Ram the next king, or who else? So everybody agrees that Lord Sri Ram should be the king. He is the best one to be the new king. An announcement was made to all the citizens of Ayodhya. Everyone was overjoyed. They decorated their houses and celebrated it as a festival. The whole town was decorated with festoons. Flags were put up everywhere, and the whole town was awash with colors. Everyone prepared themselves to celebrate the coronation of Sri Ram. So when everybody, like all the ministers and all the sages, were fine with Lord Sri Ram being the next king, they an announcement was made that, oh, Lord Sri Ram is going to be the next king, and we are going to do like ceremonies and stuff of
Whatever
Lord
you,
Sri Ram. Huh?
whatever you want.
Yes, yes. So it was sent out to everybody, and everybody was actually very, very happy. They were overjoyed, and they actually started celebrating that event as a festival. So you must have seen in Diwali or in Janmashtami, everybody decorates their houses. They clean their houses first. They decorate it with colors and everything. Maybe they make rangoli, or they put up nice colorful flowers. They decorate their altar and everything. So same thing is happening over here also. They are all doing the same thing, because Lord Sri Ram is going to be crowned the new king. The whole town is the not only their not only few houses, the whole town, the whole city is decorated like that. And flags and everything were put up, and the whole town is like full of colors. There are colors everywhere, bright colors, or any kinds of colors everywhere. Everybody prepared themselves to celebrate this occasion, so they were in a full mood of celebrating it, just like a festival. Everyone except an old hunchback who wanted revenge. So everybody wants to celebrate it, but there is this one lady who wants revenge, and we are going to see who it is.
That's mantra.
Manthara, yes, Manthara. Manthara, a servant maid of Keki, had a grudge against Sri Ram. When he was a child, Sri Ram played pranks on her. With revenge in her heart, she approached Kaikeyi, who was celebrating the coronation of Sri Ram. She poisoned Kaikeyi's mind by saying that it was Prince Bharat who deserved to rule. She also said that if Sri Ram was banished to the forest, he would not be around to oppose the rule of Bharat. Kaikeyi gave in. Manthara reminded her of the two boons that Dashrath had promised to grant her. So what actually is going on here is that the one lady that didn't like this occasion, this event of Lord Sri Ram being the new king, the one lady is actually Manthara. And who is Manthara? Manthara is the servant of Kaikeyi. So she was the dasi. She was the maid of Kaikeyi. And Kaikeyi is Kaikeyi. Who is Kaikeyi? Can anybody tell me who is Kaikeyi?
It is the wife of Kaikeyi's wife of Dashrath.
Yes, Dikshita, right. Kaikeyi is the wife of Dasharath. So, and Kaikeyi's servant Manthara. And why does she not like Sri Ram? She does not like Sri Ram because when he was a child, he used to play pranks on her. So he would make fun of her or maybe play with her in a funny way or do pranks on her, and that's why she wanted revenge. So and then she went to Kaikeyi because Kaikeyi she couldn't do everything on herself. She had to involve somebody else in this. So she went to Kaikeyi and she said. She actually so here it is said she poisoned her mind. So poisoning meaning putting evil things in her mind. So before Kaikeyi was very good, she used to like Ram, and now Manthara actually said all types of things, and she converted Kaikeyi's mind into from good into evil. So now now her mind is evil minded, and now she does not want the good of Sri Ram, and she does not want Sri Ram to be the next king. She also said Manthara said that instead of Lord Sri Ram, it should be your son who should rule. You should care about your son. So Manthara is trying to make Kaikeyi selfish. So before all this, Kaikeyi actually used to like Lord Sri Ram the most. She used to think Lord Sri Ram as her own son. Lord Sri Ram was her favorite. But after Manthara started saying all this stuff that Bharat, your own son Bharat should be ruling, should be the next king, and all that kind of things. She didn't make it suspicious. She didn't make it look like it was for her own personal reason. Manthara did not make it look like it was because Lord Sri Ram played pranks on her. She said reasons behind everything. She said like very mind diverting reasons behind it. That it is right that your son Bharat should be ruling the kingdom. And then when Bharat is ruling the kingdom, Lord Sri Ram shouldn't be here, because if he is here, then he will say wrong about that. Then he will say that this is unfair with me. This is not what is happening right now is unfair with me, or something like that. Lord Lord Sri Ram opposes what is going on. So because just so that does not happen, she wants Kaikeyi. Manthara is telling Kaikeyi to send Ram to the forest, so that Ram is away in the forest and Bharat can rule nicely over here in the kingdom, and then all the citizens will also be fine with it. So then Manthara also reminded Kaikeyi of the two boons that Dashrath Maharaj had promised to give her. So these two boons were actually back from when he was in a battle, and then Kaikeyi actually saved his life. So when Kaikeyi saved Dashrath Maharaj's life, Dashrath Maharaj said, I give you two boons. For saving my life, I give you two boons. tell me what you want, I will give it to you. So then she said, I don't want it right now, I will save it for later. And then Manthara is reminding her of these two boons. And now let's read to get to know more. Kaikai immediately sent for Dashrath. When the emperor walked into Kaikai's chamber, her jewelry were strewn around, and Kaikai wore a raged and disheveled look. So basically, what is going on here is Kaikai told Dashrath Maharaj to come, and as soon as Dashrath Maharaj came in her room, he saw that all her jewelry is thrown around. It's like all over the room, as you can see in the picture, right? You can see in the bottom picture that she has thrown all of her jewels outside. Is that how Maharanis live? Is that how queens live? No.
No,
So she's trying to show that she's angry. She's trying to show that she is not like she used to be. And then she is wearing very like simple clothes. What do the queens wear? Queens wear like very nice beautiful clothes, right? Very nice colorful clothes, but she's wearing very simple clothes. And then she has thrown all of her jewelry all over the room. And yes, Dashrath listened to her request and was shocked. He collapsed and cried out loud, asking her to wish for anything else. Keke couldn't budge and remained steadfast. Dashrath asked his servants to summon Sri Ram. So what is going on right now is, as soon as Dashrath Maharaj comes in, Keke asks for the two boons. So what does anybody remember the two boons?
I only remember one boon.
What is it?
The boon was, you shall send Ram in the forest for 14 years.
Yes. So that was actually the second boon. The first boon was make my son, meaning Keke's son,
Like
Bharat,
Bharata.
make Bharata the king. And then the second one was um, uh, send Ram to the forest for 14 years. So those were the two boons. And so as soon as she says it, so when she says the first one, Dashrath Maharaj is feeling very bad that, oh, my son Lord Ram cannot be the king. But as soon as he hears the second one, he says, oh, it's fine, but let Bharat go in the forest, but let Ram be here. Don't send Ram to the forest. Let Bharat be the king, but don't send Ram to the forest. So both of them on different levels is making him very sad. It makes him so sad that he just collapsed. He fell down on the floor and he started crying very loud because he loved Lord Ram very, very much. And now that Lord Ram cannot be the king and he has to go to the forest, he is very, very sad. And then Dashrath Maharaj sends his servants to go call Lord Sri Ram. And then in the next class, we will get to know what happens after this, whether Lord Ram is going to be the king or not, whether he is going to go to the forest or not. We'll see in the next class. Now, does anybody have any questions?
No.
No?
Actually, I actually,
Huh?
does it look like all the jewelry around the floor?
Doesn't
That's
look like.
not it. It doesn't look like all the jewelry is on the floor. I think it looks like it, but it doesn't look like everything covered with jewelry.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a picture. It's actually drawn by somebody, so they did their best in drawing it. So, yeah, I mean, kind of looks like all the jewelry because you can see like the long necklace, the short necklace, and then the bangles and everything, pearls and everything is gold. I mean, looks like all the jewelry is on the floor. It's like thrown.
But
Does anybody have any other question?
doesn't look like Dasharath.
That doesn't look like King Dashrath?
Yeah, because before this, you showed a photo that looks like a real Dasharath. This looks like
This
yeah,
one?
yeah. That Dasharath looks real, and that Dasharath is different.
Hmm. Well, they're trying to show that he became old. He is growing. Also, he does not have his crown, so that's why maybe he's looking different. Maybe. I mean, it's just a drawing, so it's not like exactly the same thing. Yeah.
That's it.
So we
Oh, thank you.
does anybody remember the name of the bow?
What was it? Fun. Fun. Fun.
Dikshita was trying. She almost got it. It's Pinak.
Fun.
Pinak.
I've
Pinak
heard
please. Good job.
Pinak.
And who did Lord Sri Ram get married to?
Sita Maya.
Sita Devi. Yes, Sita Maya, Sita Devi. And then who did they meet in the middle when they were coming back to Ayodhya? Who did they meet?
Dasharatha.
Dashrath. Yeah, Dashrath came to pick them up in Mithila, but then they met someone else who wanted to fight.
Lord
Parashuram. Yes.
Parshun.
Yes, Parashuram. And then what?
Parshunama.
Parashurama. And then what did Parashurama want from Lord Sri Ram? He
To
wanted to
fight. To
to
fight.
fight. Yes, to fight. And then why did he want to fight?
Because he broke the Shiva bow and he's a big bhakt of Lord Shiva. So whatever Shiva says and does, he will accept it. But Ram broke the bow. So now Parshuram, and then he wanted to know who did that. So he knew that it was Lord Sri Ram. So he got to know. So he was thinking to punish the person
Yes.
who broke the bow. And then when he was punishing Ram, he realized that
He was actually the incarnation.
So he realized that that's the incarnation of Lord Vishnu.
Yes. Very nice. And then after that, after when they come back to the Ayodhya, who Dashrath Maharaj wants a new king, and then the new king, who is going to be the new king?
Lord Mantra, they didn't want that to happen.
Yes, Dashrath Maharaj and everybody else wanted Lord Sri Ram to be the king, but the only one who didn't want it was
Mantra.
Mantara.
Okay.
And who was Mantara?
Mantra was the servant of Kaikai.
KK. Yeah.
Kaikai's maid.
Yeah, KK is maid. And then because Manthara didn't want it, that's why she went to KK and she said, "Oh, you." And then she said everything. She made up a story that, "Oh, this will happen if you don't do this, everything." And then she made KK from good to evil, right? That's why KK also did not want Lord Sri Ram to be the king. And then so next class we'll get to know if Lord Sri Ram actually becomes the king, or does he have to go to the forest. And then now we will move on to the Bhagavad-Gita shloka. Do you guys remember this? 212?
Yeah.
Okay, you might remember it when we do it. We'll start. Should I do it word by word first? I'll do word by word first. Om, raise your hand.
Yes, Mataji. I want to try.
Okay, let me do it word by word and then we'll say it all together and then we will do one by one also. Natve
Natve.
Devaham
Devaham.
Jatu
Natu.
Nasam
Nasam.
Natvam
Natvam.
Neme
Nene.
Janadipa.
Janita.
Nachaiva.
Nateva.
Na
Na.
bhavishyama.
Jasmes.
Bhavishyama.
Basema.
Sarve
Sarve.
vayam
Vayam.
atah
Ataha.
param.
Param.
Okay, we'll do first line. Natvevaham jatunasam. Natvevaham jatunasam.
Jaya.
Natvam neme
Nidhi.
janadita. Natvam neme
Nidhi.
Janatika.
Janitika.
Pa.
Natsevana bhavishyamaha.
Nachaiva.
Nachaiva.
Na bhavishyama.
Bhavesama.
Sarve vayam atah param.
Devayam.
Atha
The
param.
other Baba.
We'll do it again. Natvevaham jatunasam.
Tvevaham.
Etu.
Jatunas.
Jatu.
Nasam.
Nasam.
Natvam neme
Nane.
janadipaha.
Atvam neme.
Name.
Jana. Janadipa. Janadipa.
Janita.
Natsevana bhavishyamaha.
Jidika.
Na
Bhavishyamaha.
bhavishyama.
Bhavesaya.
Sarve vayam atah param.
Tvevaham. Atha param.
Tapam.
Does anybody want to try, or should we do it once again? Does anybody?
Sita.
Dikshita wants to try. Okay. Natvevaham jatunasam.
Jatunaham. Nasam.
Natvam neme janadipaha.
Natvaneve. Janapinawa. Janadipa.
Nachaivana bhavishyamaha.
Nujerama. Vaneshawa. Parishama.
Sarve vayam atah param.
Veya. Taparam.
Good job. Very nice. Very well done. Om wants to try? Should I say it
I want to try Mataji.
by yourself?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Natveva.
Natva eva jatunasam. Natvam neme janadipaha. न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयं मतः परम्.
Good job. Very well done. You said it by yourself. Nice one. Does Mrityunjan wants to try? Mrityunjan wants to try? No?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Should I say?
Just say.
Say I want to repeat.
I want to repeat.
Oh, yes, yes. 1 minute. Natvevahamjatuna sam.
Natve
Natve
Jatunas
Jadunasam
Nas
Nastam
Natvam neme janadipaha.
Neve
Natvam
Natvan
Nene
Janadikaya Janitaka
न चैवाना भविष्यामः
Nachaiva Bhavishyama Bhavishyama
सर्वे वयम् अतः परम्
Sarve Vayam
Vayam
Atah Param
Attapavam.
Good job! Yay! You did it. Netra,
Thank
let's
you.
try. You're welcome.
Need some help.
Netra, repeat.
What is this?
Natvaham jatuna sam.
Natva
I'm still there.
Nat
Right?
Nat Natva
Natvaham
Natvaham Jantunasam
Natvam neme janadipaha.
Natam me Janatipaha
न चैवा न भविष्यामः
Nachaiva Navyaha
सर्वे वयम् अतः परम्
Sarve Vayam Taha Param.
Good job. It was very nice. Everybody recited very well. How about everybody records a video of themselves reciting? You can take help from your mom or dad and send it in the group, okay? Everybody will do that?
Okay, Mataji. Mataji, I did it correctly because I already know the sloka.
Very nice. So now you can make a video very easily and you can send it in the group, okay?
Okay, Mataji. Mataji.
Okay, so now we'll move on to the activity, which was actually last Sunday's activity. We're going to be drawing the bow and arrow. Who had finished it? Somebody had finished it, right? Om finished it? If somebody wants a sample of what
What is the meaning of the shloka, Mataji?
Oh, yeah, I forgot the meaning of the shloka. Okay, so the bow and arrow, we'll do it in some time. Thank you for reminding me. Very nice, Dikshita.
Thank you, Mataji.
Translation. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all the kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. So, this translation actually, when you read it over and over many times, then you will understand it, or else you need help. So, never was there a time when I did not exist. So this is actually what Krishna is saying. So never was there a time when I did not exist. That is pretty much easy to understand. There was no time when Krishna did not exist. Krishna is here from There is no start of him, there is no end of him. There is so he's saying there is no there was no time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings. So where is Krishna standing? He is standing with Arjuna in the battlefield, right? And in the battlefield there are also many other kings standing there to fight Arjuna and fight the
It's
Pandavas.
only when it's wrong time. I'll come and draw.
So
Come draw on this because it's my notebook.
So Krishna is saying that there was no time when I did not exist, there was no time when you did not exist, and there was no time when all these kings did not exist. So what he's saying, that I have been here since forever. So I have been here from the start. There is no start of him, there is no end of him. And then we also, for in you, meaning Arjuna, which means us also. So we have also been here from the start. There was no starting of us, there is no end of us. Because who are we? We are spirit souls, right? There is no start or no end of spirit souls. That's why.
That's a soul. When there's a meaning of the soul never died. That's in the Najayate Mrite Vaka. That's in
Yes. That's really nice. You remember.
I don't need.
Najayate Mriyate, though, so that is 220. So that will be coming up in some time.
I actually know that shloka too.
Yes, that's very nice. So everybody in the back, when I'm saying the meaning of this translation, everybody can keep drawing their bows and arrows.
That's what I'm doing. Look how this is not look good.
Yes. So Krishna is saying that I have been here from the starting, and you have been here from the starting, and the kings have been here from the starting, and in the future also. In the future, in the future, like us right now, like me, you, Dikshita, Netra, Om, Mrityunjan, Mataji. There are so many other people. Everybody, we also right now, we, like in the future. For Krishna was 5,000 years ago. He is saying to Arjuna, in the future. So say, let's say us. So in the future, shall any of us cease to be? So even we have no beginning or end. Our body, what we have worn right now, our soul has actually worn this body, like just like you wear clothes. Our soul has worn this body had a beginning. When we took birth, it had a beginning, and when we die, it will end. So our body has a beginning and an end, but our soul does not have a beginning and end. And that is what Krishna is saying in the shloka, that he himself, Arjuna, all the kings, and in the future, like us, we don't have any beginning or any end. Because we are spirit souls, and souls do not have beginnings or ends. So, does anybody want to explain the shloka?
Yes, it is.
Om wants to?
Yes. Meaning the meaning of it.
Yeah, explain the meaning in your own words.
There was never a time I was not there. There was never a time you were not. There was never a time all these things were not there. In future, we all did. That's part that I always.
That's very nice. So did you understand the actual meaning of it? Oh,
Knew the meaning and the show.
yeah, that's nice. Everybody, okay, so that was the meaning. You can remember the meaning also. At least you can understand the meaning in your own words. Now that I explained it to you, you might remember a little bit. And here is the bow and arrow. I know we're rushing, but we did this last time also.
The thing is, I'm not done.
Huh?
I'm not done.
Om is not done. Somebody was done, right? Somebody sent the picture actually.
I think that.
Dikshita did last time. Very nice. Can I see it?
Where did you put
No,
that?
I'm asking you. Sorry, Mataji.
No problem, Mataji.
Look at this, Mataji.
Very nice. I like your bow and arrow. It's very nice.
Now setting the thing with the color.
Deekshita is
one.
doing hers.
I'm doing one more.
Oh, you're doing one more. That's very nice. So if anybody does not have time to finish it in this class, I know we were rushing the activity because we had because I was working way too slow. But if anybody has difficulty finishing it in class, don't worry. I will take a screenshot of this picture and send it in the group. And if you're not done, you can refer to this picture, finish it, and then post it in the group.
Okay, Mataji.
If you want to color your bow and arrow, you can color it also. If you want to leave it the way it is, you can leave it.
Mataji, can we draw like a Brahmastra, like the arrows and like a...
Yeah, you can draw anything you want. You can be creative also. You don't have to draw this. Basic idea is to draw a bow and arrow. Brahmastra also has a bow. Also has a bow.
arrow?
Yeah, Brahmastra is an arrow, and I think you do use a bow to
Shoot arrow.
shoot the arrow. Yeah.
Mhm.
If anybody is done, then they can show it to me.
I think the class is over, so I'm just...
Yeah, if you're done with the drawing, then the class is over. Just make sure you send the pics. You send the picture in the group so that
What?
everybody can see what you did.
Okay.
I have to send the picture. in the group.
This, Mataji, this is my first one.
Yeah, it looks very beautiful. And you're making another one, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, I can't wait to see your new one. Post it in the group when you're done.
Okay, Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, kids. So, kids, just for information, after this class, we have a very nice class. It's Madhusudan. Today is the story time. So, whoever wants to stay, please stay on the same Zoom link. And who wants to go, they can go. No problem on it. But now, after 5 minutes, we have to start our Madhusudan. And every Wednesday, we have a story called Festivities Story, and it's really, really very, very nice. Today we have to do Bhakti Vinod Thakur pastimes. Okay, so it's really very nice. So if whoever wants to join, you can join it.
Is it the same link, Mataji?
Is
Yes,
this the same link?
Yes, same link. Do not log out. Stay in the same Zoom link.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So if everybody done this activity, we have to close our Balmukunda class. Kanchan Mataji.
Yes. What?
because now we have to
Hare
move on.
Krishna. Everybody with their drawing? Shita, I can see yours. That's very nice. You colored it fast. You're quick. Yes, you can send a picture in the. If anybody is not done, we'll be seeing this picture very soon. Who's not done, I will be sending this picture in the group. Anybody, every Dikshita is done. You can send your picture in the group so that everybody can see. And that's pretty much it. We'll see you next Wednesday for Ramayan. We will see what happens to Lord Sri Ram. Does he become the king or not? Or does he go to the forest? We'll see that, and then we will learn a new shloka, and then we'll do one more new exciting activity.
He actually goes to the.
Hare
So thank
Krishna.
you so much, Kanchan.
Mataji, bye.
Hare
Bye.
Krishna. Bye.
Hare Krishna Mataji, bye.
Whoever wants to stay for the next class, just stay in this call. Don't leave.